afternoon, YouTube. Bassmasterbay here, and today I'm gonna pretty much be showing you everything you need to know about Baitcaster reel. The ones that I will be working with today are my Abu Garcia Silver Max, and it's over on the floor right now, but my Fluger Purist. So basically, I'm just gonna start off by showing you everything, all the parts on the Baitcasters and what they're called and everything, and how they work and all that. So we're going to start off real basic. Right here, what I'm pointing to, that the line is attached to, is the spool. Every type of reel has these, spin cast as well as just an open face reel. On the sides here, you have a centrifugal brake that pretty much it's kind of like drag, but more for casting. The tighter you have it, the more tension it's going to have when you cast, so you won't be able to cast as far. And this is the magnetic brake, and it's basically the same thing over on this side. Not all reels have this, and not all reels have this. Some will have one or the other, some will have both, you never know. My Fluger Purist that I will actually be showing you how to use today has just the centrifugal brake. Next, pretty basic, these are the just like the little handles, the grips, I guess you could call them. Most Baitcasters have a double handle opposed to a open face reel that'll have a single handle. Next thing you need to know is this button right here. That is what releases the spool. When using this, you're going to need to cover your thumb and push down the button, but I'll get into more detail into that later. Next, you have, very important, the drag control, which is this star looking thing on the side. You can hear it click as you tighten it and loosen it. That's just the standard drag you guys probably all know about. Alright, so how to use this. What you're going to be doing is when you cast it, as I said earlier, you're going to be placing your thumb. I'm going to stand up here so you can see it. You're going to be placing your thumb on the spool, followed by the button, which is this little bar right here that goes across. Move that out of the way. Okay, so thumb's on the spool, thumb's on the button. You're going to push down on the button, just like I did, and that'll release the spool, let it move freely. Okay, and then what you're simply going to do is you're going to just cast it, and when you get to the point where you want to release, you just release your thumb off of everything. The button will stay down and the spool will just run as long as it can. The tricky part about using Baitcasters, and most of the reason why some people don't use them, is because you have to place your thumb back on the spool right before it hits the water. And that will basically keep you from getting a backlash, and a backlash is when your line all runs out and tangles, and it's just a huge mess. Alright, so once you have placed your thumb on the spool right before it hits the water, let the lure hit the water, sink to the amount of depth that you want, then you're just going to give like a small twist, and it'll click that button up. Show you again, small twist, there you go. And basically there you go, you're ready to reel. Now I'm going to go outside and I'll show you how I cast in the different ways you can. The last cast I'm going to be showing you today is what I use for pitching, throwing some jigs into some thick cover or anything along that line. Alright, so basically what you're going to be doing is, the whole idea is you're going to be flicking it on the side, on the opposite side of your casting hand. What you will want to do is hold up your lure, depending on how far you're going to be pitching. I'm just going to say about 4 to 5 inches. Have it hang below the butt of your rod. And then what you're going to do is, in between this first eyelet and your reel, you're going to pull up or pull the line out so that your lure comes up to about a foot away from the tip of your rod. And then all you're going to do, like I said, on the opposite side of the hand that you're using to cast, you're just going to swing it, and as you swing it, you're going to just completely let go of the line with your hand, and that is going to give you a soft little pitching motion for close distance casting. See that?
there you have it, guys. It's my Baitcasting 101. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for some more videos. The next cast I'm going to show you is probably the cast you're using with your open face reel and or spin caster. This is just an overhead cast. Once again, when doing this, do not hold your reel parallel to the ground. Make sure it's perpendicular or at a 90-degree angle. That'll keep you from getting a lot of backlash. And this one's pretty self-explanatory, just like any other reel or rod. Just you have to let go of the spool a little bit earlier and make sure you hit it before it hits the ground. So it's going to look a little something like this. Okay, there are a few different ways that you can cast. Today I'm going to be teaching you three. I'm going to start off with my favorite way and probably the easiest way. I just call it the whip cast. I don't know what else it's called. Maybe a sidewinder. What you're going to do is you're going to start off with your button down, of course, thumb on the spool, and you want your pole at about 90 degrees from you. And another thing with bait casters, you always want the reel, you never want it facing upright like so. You always want it perpendicular to the ground. Okay? And that's going to keep you from getting a lot of backlash, and it's going to give you a better cast. So what you're going to do is you're just going to get your lure moving in a circular motion, just like so. And right when you get to the bottom, and when that lure starts to come up on that swing, you're going to release your thumb, and basically you're just going to whip your lure and it'll cast. So it'll look a little something like this.